Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Larsa Pippen says allergic reaction caused shocking facial change. Stop the presses. Larsa Pippen is shutting down those rumors about her face. The Real Housewives of Miami star got a lot of attention last week after appearing on Goodnight NYC, sporting a puffy face that looked filled to the brim with fresh filler. According to Larsa, that wasn't necessarily the case. Larsa set the record straight about her new cosmetic work after a woman named Dr. Mai Kaba uploaded a video addressing that RHOM star's changed appearance. She said Larsa got some bad filler and perhaps a questionable injector. From excessive facial filler to questionable surgery choices, her transformation is a reminder that not all cosmetic work is good work, Dr. Kai wrote. That post gained traction, which eventually sparked a response from Larsa. She chimed in, claiming that what we're seeing in these new photos is actually an allergic reaction. Larsa wrote, "Honey, I had PRP and had an allergic reaction, so chill out." PRP is short for platelet-rich plasma. It's a procedure where doctors suck out your blood, concentrate the platelets, and then inject them back into an area. Experts claim it can help tissue regeneration, and thus some use it as an anti-aging treatment. In a follow-up Instagram story, Larsa said she felt like the swelling from her allergic reaction was starting to subside. Meanwhile, Dr. Kai shared another post on her Instagram, casting doubt on the allergy excuse. "Allergic reactions to PRP are extremely rare," she wrote. "You simply will not find allergies to your own blood cells all that common. Second, allergic reactions don't last 3 seasons on a streaming network." Of course, Dr. Kai wasn't the only person sharing some skepticism about Larsa's allergy story. Dozens of RHOM fans continued to comment on Larsa's appearance. Either way, Larsa doesn't seem bothered by the feedback. She'll probably be back at her doctor's office by the end of the week. The Real Housewives of Miami airs Wednesdays at 9/8 on Bravo. Stream it on Hulu in the UK and Ireland. The sunlit terrace of a Miami restaurant should have been the perfect backdrop for Larsa Pippen's late afternoon lunch with friends. Palm trees swaying, ocean breeze curling through her hair, and the faint hum of conversation from nearby tables. But on that day, nothing about the moment felt ordinary. Passers-by stopped mid-stride, cell phones lifted. Whispered phrases darted through the crowd like startled birds. "Is that Larsa?" For many, the Real Housewives of Miami star had long been the epitome of glamour: sleek hair, sharp style, and an Instagram feed that looked more like a fashion editorial than real life. But now there was a visible difference. Her cheeks were supplely puffed, her skin flushed in certain spots, her jawline softer than before. And as the candid photos made their way to social media, speculation ignited. By that evening, hashtags were trending. Hashtag Larsa Pippen face and hashtag what happened to Larsa. Fans, critics, and curious onlookers fired off theories: bad filler, a botched cosmetic procedure, overuse of filters that didn't match reality. But the truth, according to Larsa herself, was far stranger and more unexpected. "I had an allergic reaction," she explained in a late-night Instagram live, sitting cross-legged on a cream-colored sofa in her Miami condo. Her hair was pulled back in a casual bun, her usual glam makeup replaced by a light dusting of concealer. "It wasn't planned, it wasn't anything I could control. My face literally changed overnight." The day it happened, Larsa recounted the morning everything went wrong. She had woken up with what she thought was mild swelling around her lips, not unusual for someone who travels often and changes climates frequently. But by midday, the swelling spread to her cheeks, her eyelids felt tight, and the skin around her mouth prickled with heat. "It was like my reflection didn't belong to me," she said. "I'm used to contouring my face, enhancing certain angles, but this wasn't makeup. This was like my face had been hijacked." She visited her dermatologist immediately, who suspected an allergic reaction but couldn't yet pinpoint the cause. "We went through everything I'd eaten, every product I'd used, every place I'd been in the last 48 hours, Larsa explained. "It could have been anything: seafood, pollen, even a new detergent in the hotel towels when I was in New York last week." Of course, the public didn't have access to her dermatologist's notes or her medical history. What they did have were photos, zoomed, cropped, filtered, and analyzed frame by frame. Some fans were sympathetic, flooding her DMs with messages like "hope you feel better soon" and sending healing vibes. Others were less kind, posting side-by-side comparisons of old Larsa and new Larsa as if they were crime scene exhibits. A few even accused her of faking the allergy story to cover up cosmetic enhancements gone wrong. One particularly viral TikTok showed a beauty influencer pausing on each section of Larsa's face, circling areas of puffiness in neon pink, and confidently declaring, "This is not an allergy. This is filler migration." It garnered 2.3 million views in less than 24 hours. Larsa claps back, but Larsa, never one to shrink away from controversy, addressed the rumors head-on. "I've been in the public eye long enough to know that people will always have something to say," she posted on her Instagram story, "but this time it's not surgery, it's not filler. It's my body reacting to something I still haven't fully identified. And yes, it's scary." In another post, she added a bit of humor. "If I wanted to change my face, trust me, it wouldn't be like this." The caption was accompanied by a laughing emoji and a picture of her wearing oversized sunglasses, sipping a matcha latte. A reminder about allergic reactions. Medical experts chimed in on the conversation, using the moment as a teaching opportunity. Dr. Elena Ramos, a board-certified dermatologist in Los Angeles, explained to People magazine, "Severe allergic reactions can cause facial swelling, redness, and changes in skin texture. These effects can last days or even weeks, depending on the trigger and the body's immune response." She added, "Unfortunately, in the age of social media, any sudden change in a celebrity's appearance is instantly assumed to be cosmetic, but biology is often the real culprit." The personal toll. Behind the glossy statements and Instagram posts, Larsa admitted she was struggling. "I've built my career partly on my image," she said during a podcast interview on The Morning Spill. "Not just reality TV, but modeling, branding, partnerships, all of that is tied to how I look. And suddenly I'm looking in the mirror and not recognizing myself. It messes with your head." She revealed that she temporarily canceled a scheduled photo shoot for her jewelry line, fearing the images wouldn't reflect the brand's signature aesthetic. "It wasn't vanity," she clarified. "It was about consistency. People expect a certain look from me, and right now I can't deliver that." Support from friends and co-stars. Surprisingly, some of her Real Housewives of Miami co-stars, even those she clashed with in the past, reached out with words of encouragement. Lisa Hochstein, known for her own public battles with cosmetic rumors, texted her late one night, "Ignore the noise. This will pass." Julia Lemegova commented on one of Larsa's posts, "Sending you healing energy. Allergies are no joke." Even Adriana de Mora, with whom Larsa has famously butted heads, publicly urged fans to show compassion and remember, we are all human. The long road to recovery. Larsa began a strict treatment plan under medical supervision, antihistamines, anti-inflammatory medication, and a skincare regimen designed to calm irritation. She also temporarily eliminated common allergens from her diet, including shellfish, dairy, and certain nuts. "It's like a full-time job now, managing this," she joked. "Reading labels, asking a million questions at restaurants, checking the ingredients on my makeup. It's exhausting." She shared progress updates on Instagram, including unfiltered morning selfies showing gradual improvement. "The swelling's gone down a little," she noted in one video. "I'm starting to see my old face come back." The bigger conversation. While the incident was undeniably difficult for her personally, it sparked a larger conversation about beauty standards and public expectations. Entertainment columnist Maya Torres wrote in the Miami Herald, "We treat celebrity faces like public property. The moment there's a change, whether caused by age, choice, or circumstance, the online chorus demands an explanation." Larsa Pippen's allergic reaction is a reminder that not every transformation is intentional, and not every woman owes us a flawless facade. Larsa echoed this sentiment in her own words. "I get it, people are curious. But maybe instead of dissecting my face, we could talk about the fact that allergies can happen to anyone, and they can be really serious." Looking forward now, weeks after the initial reaction, Larsa's face has largely returned to its familiar contours, though she says she still experiences occasional flare-ups. I'm at fully back to where I was, but I'm feeling more like myself, she told E! News in a recent interview.